In our very first episode of the Hypelete, I'm proud to be able to introduce to you Charleston Southern commit, back-to-back Post and Curio Females Athlete of the Year, McDonald's All-American nominee, 2023 5A State Player of the Year, back-to-back Region Player of the Year, scoring over 1.5 thousand points in a 5-year span of playing varsity basketball, proudly welcoming the Hype Season Athlete of the Year, Alaina Nettles. What's good, Alaina? How you doing?
I'm good, Trey. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing fine. So I heard that you just won the state long jump yesterday. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. It took a good 5 years, but I made it.
5 years, 5 years. So just to dig in a little bit on, since you say 5 years, how long have you been playing sports your whole life?
I've been playing since I was 5 years old. I started with basketball and soccer.
And soccer, okay. And I heard that you are from Germany.
Mm-hmm.
So just tell us a little bit about your time growing up inside Germany. What was your childhood like? What inspired you to play sports in Germany, and so on and so forth?
It was kind of a little bit different experience because like the girls team over there weren't that good.
Right.
And I felt like for my level I needed a little challenge. So I
Right.
played with the boys a lot outside with my
Okay.
friends. And we played a travel team to like Austria, Berlin, all that.
Okay.
So it was a great experience for me to get out and explore at such a young age.
Okay, and up to what age did you stay inside Germany?
Till I was 13. I moved down here when I was in 8th grade.
8th grade. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so what was the difference in the competition from Germany into United States?
Well, it was a little more competitive since playing against the boys, but like the rules and the basketballs were a little different. We played with like a smaller ball. So over here it was a little bit of a difference, but
Right.
not so much.
Okay, and so with you saying that you played with not men but boys growing up, did that make you feel like you had an advantage playing against your competition growing up inside high school?
It did because it made me play more aggressively because the boys were a lot stronger than me at such a young age. So I had to play with like a chip on my shoulder. So when I
Right.
came over here, it was like they weren't as strong.
Right.
So I
you
had a
really
little
could've
advantage.
Overpowered them.
Yeah.
Right. And so just to take it back a little bit back into Germany, what inspired you growing up to play sports?
I think my dad, he would go out and take me to the gym a lot, so
Right.
he would push me, and he would always be my coach. So me and him would just always come to the gym, grind it out. So yeah, he inspired me pretty much to
Right.
keep going.
So how many hours out the day would you say you spent in the gym while you was in Germany?
A lot. I can't even think. It was either in the gym or outside playing with my friends, playing basketball, 24/7 after school. So
Just always finding a way to perfect your craft.
yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. So coming into the United States and playing against the same gender, what was the difference in I wouldn't even get back into the competition, but the play style against playing with females and playing with men?
The men, they play a lot faster.
Right.
So like the females, we slow our game down a little bit and like actually look for open shots. The boys, they're just always rapid pace. So I guess I slow up my game down a little bit, but not too much. Like I still play sped up, but.
Right. And so with juggling two sports in high school, what was the biggest sacrifice that you had to make while being able to play running track and playing basketball?
I would say hanging out with my friends. I didn't get to go out that much during my high school years, like because of both sports. They always collided. It was one right after another.
Right.
But when I had time, I'll make time to hang out with them. But it was mainly just grinding,
So my question is, did it ever weigh or tear your body down going from running up and down the field, running up and down the court, then running around the field?
It did actually. Like it would hurt my knees, jumpers, knee tight. It was just shin splints, all of that, all the time.
What's probably been your worst injury playing your two sports?
Maybe my hamstring that just happened like 2 weeks ago.
And I was running track?
Yes.
But still, with your hamstring, you still was able to win state. So
I
how do you
still
feel
competed.
about that? How do you feel
You
about
just
that?
had to, I had to get over the adversity. I wanted it bad enough, so I just pushed through the pain.
That's good. That's good. Now let's take it on to the more basketball side. Let's recap your senior year. 2023 5A State Player of the Year. How did you feel getting that, hearing that news?
It felt great because after last year when I didn't win it, I felt like I was a little bit deserving of it.
Right.
I just grinded the whole year, and when I finally got it, it felt like a weight off my shoulders. I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish.
What game do you feel like would you say you made that mark to be like, yeah, I'm Player of the Year?
What game? Maybe during the Christmas tournament. I think.
Tournament, the Round Ball Classic. Right.
Yes, we were down by like 15 points coming into the second half, and I just turned it on. I ended up with 35 points that game, and I think
35.
11,
That's the KD right there.
15 rebounds, something like that.
That's good. That's good. And what position do you play?
I play point guard.
Point guard. So you facilitate everything. You make sure that everything is going good. So with you being State Player of the Year, just to recap on your accomplishing, promising year, how do you feel like, what's your give and takes on it? Like your recap on your whole senior year?
I feel like it went pretty well, but I feel like we could have made it a lot farther in the playoffs. I feel like we were out too early.
Right.
And I could have contributed more, especially in the last game.
Which round did y'all get knocked off out of?
Second.
Whew. Yeah, that is a tough way.
Yeah.
That's definitely a tough way to end out your senior year. But the next level is approaching. So what do you feel like is the difference between high school and the next level, college ball?
I feel like they play it in a more organized environment. So I have to like go in, actually play my position, not just be everywhere on the court.
Right.
Get the ball to who I need to get the ball to. If I need to take a shot, take a shot. But I need to play my position, play my role, do what I have to do for the coach.
I feel you. So now taking it back to taking it to a social side, how do you feel? What do you feel like is going to be the biggest adjustment for you to adjust from high school to college in an all-around aspect?
I feel like talking to people in my classes because I don't talk that much.
Socializing, yeah.
Yes. So hopefully I'll get out of my shell more, meet new people, especially with my team. We mingle very well. I hope we.
It's just all about getting out there, not being scared to network, connect, feeling people different sides of the ball field, because college is a way bigger, it's just like high school with 10 different high schools put together.
Yeah.
So you're really going to see a lot of different point of views, a lot of different walks of life. So it's just really about opening your eyes and being acceptance to knowing that you come from this way of life, but there's other people that come from different ways of life. So I feel like college will be definitely a great experience for you. And so with that being said, I also have a couple more things to ask you. So who would you say, athlete, celebrity, mogul, anybody that you look up to, who would you say that you look up to that inspires you to keep going?
I say Steph Curry, because after like the downfall of the Warriors, like the past 3 years or whatever, he kept building up stronger. Although his team wasn't there as much, they had to rebuild. He kept a positive head, and they made it back to the championship last year, and they won it. This year they got knocked out, but it's okay. They'll be back next year.
So, with Curry being a great is when it comes down to the court, it's all about preparation, and it's all about what you do to prepare for a game. So, just a quick question: how do you prepare for a game?
I usually listen to my music. I just get in my zone, lock in. I don't talk to people that much before the game. They already know. Once I turn that music on, it's go time.
So give me 3 artists or 3 songs that you would like to listen to, or I gotta hear this before a game.
I like Respect the Game by Meek Mill.
Okay, Meek Mill.
Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill. And maybe I Don't Like by Chief Keef.
I don't like it. You gotta have that Chicago Chirac drill into it. So that's definitely good. Me personally, I was definitely one of those who like to listen to motivational music before games. I play football. I play for Star. That's not really nothing that we can get into here. But so one of those things was definitely the preparation, always being able to prepare for a game, get your mind right mentally, get your body right physically, and just being able to compete at an all time at your best ability. So with that being said, I just want to know do you feel as if though going to college, your preparation would change? Because I know there's a lot of different things that you will have to do with playing an organized team, D1 Division I program. So how do you feel like your preparation would change?
I feel like
more mentally, physically wise.
I feel like I'll be on a more set schedule, because although I work out now, it's like whenever I want to. I feel like in college, I'm gonna have to get up early, and we gonna have to do like this, that, go to class, practice again. Yeah.
4 a.m.
So I feel like more set schedule. I may have to start yoga so I can
Yeah.
cool my mind, and
With college, like I said, I've never been to college. I just know a lot of stories about people going to college. You know, the speed of the game changing, the aspect of the crowds, having more people cheering you on. How do you go with and how do you deal with adversity? The haters, the people in your ear that don't want to see you win. How do you go about dealing with those?
well, I mean, some of that started in high school, so I just
Right.
block them out. I mean, they can't hate on something if they're sitting in the stands watching me,
Right.
so I just block them out, do what I gotta do,
There's always
prove them
gotta
wrong.
block the noise out and keep working. I feel that. So when it comes down to more like of your style and your type of play, who would you compare your game to, female or male wise?
Right now, I'm really stuck on John Morant because
Ja
I like
Morant.
his explosiveness,
Right.
and I just feel like that's how I play during the game with a
Right.
lot of speed.
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah, John Morant is my boy. We can't speak on the aspects that he got going
Yeah,
on, but John
but-
Morant is definitely one of those players who, if he gets his head on right, would be a star for a long time, definitely long time. And I do like John Morant, but he gives me more D Rose vibes, and we saw how D Rose happened. So me
Yeah.
personally, I feel like he could fall back on the explosiveness and give us more technique style plays, you know, because everything ain't about dunking on somebody and getting a highlight reel. You feel me? It's about making points and making sure that everybody on the team is. You feel me? And his team ain't really. So when it comes down to team, when it comes down to your teammates. Because your teammates, you're gonna have your disagreements and y'all gonna have your agreements. So when it comes down to team disagreements and not really, I wouldn't say team drama, but team disagreements, how do you go about that? Like, are you a problem solver? Are you a solution? Are you a solution finder? Are you an instigator? Like, how do you feel like, what do you think your role would be when you bring to a team on an off-court basis?
off the court, I try to solve the problem
Right.
because we don't need the beef. We're supposed to be a team going against another team, not our team versus each other, because we need each other to win the game. So.
And that's definitely what it is. It's definitely because listen, but when it comes down to teamwork, especially, I know females always have that I got to be right kind of mechanism. So I know, like, when it comes down to off the court film work, when it comes down to watching film and getting pointed out and having to be accountable, I know that would be a big thing that females tend to be hard on. So who, and at the next level or in the league, who would you say would be your dream teammate?
My dream teammate?
Male or female?
Male or? Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Giannis. So you could just dish him the rock.
What you say?
So you could just dish him the rock.
Yes.
That's
He's a
easy.
big man. I like when I have big men. They can just get my assists, score the points.
Or get the
That's it.
rebounds too. You can put it up. All right. So with your dream opponent, with your dream teammate, who would you feel like be your dream opponent? Who would you enjoy going up against?
Probably LeBron James,
LeBron
because he's the
James.
king of the NBA.
Yeah.
Might as well go for the
Everybody
top.
would say LeBron. Everybody would say LeBron. So how do you feel about LeBron going down 3-0?
It's kind of a shocker. I did not expect that. They just gonna get swept. I mean,
So that's how you
it.
feel like. You feel like Nuggets gonna sweep them?
Low key, unless a miracle happens, they come back. But I mean, right now,
It's Braun.
Bron should have turned on 2 games ago. So I just
All
feel
right.
like
I feel like, honestly, with how the league has been going, I do feel as if LeBron will make a miracle. But again, that just all depends on his mindset. The support of the people around him, who's motivating them to keep going. And with motivation, how do you feel like your parents supported you throughout your whole sports career?
I feel like they supported me a lot, getting me to my practices, tournaments. Coming to the gym with me, working out early mornings when I couldn't go by myself. They were always there to push me, always supporting me in the stands, and my brothers as well.
Right, late
Number
nights
one
in the
fans,
gym.
every game, every AAU tournament, always recording, getting my highlights.
Yeah, getting it on Snapchat, all the
Yeah.
sounds, things like that. And that's one thing too. My mom, she was a merchant seaman, and when I was playing football, she was away. And my senior night, I didn't even thought she was gonna be there. You feel me? And when I did see her in the stands, to be able to walk me across the field, that was one of my best memories playing sports. Like, out of all the interceptions and the stats that I did make, it was being the parents, my mama supporting me through it
Yeah.
all. And with that being said, what do you feel like is your favorite memory throughout your whole 5 years of playing varsity basketball or running track? Like your favorite sports memory?
My favorite sports memory? I'd just say our student section. I love coming in, hearing them cheer for us, cheering us on, getting cranked, yelling at the refs. It was just a great. I'm gonna miss that a lot when I go to college because I don't think the student section is gonna compare.
Right.
But yeah.
Right. So hey, shout out to King Bay student section. She's showing mad love. So I feel as if though, you feel like I discovered anything else?
I did text you.
All right. Let's throw them in there. All right. Oh yeah. All right, baby. We'll throw them in there. All right. So I know that with you being region player of the year, hype season player of the year, and all the great accomplishments that you've made, what is your bigger goal now? Now that you have accomplished the D1 opportunity, you're going to play D1 basketball next level. What is your biggest goal now?
My biggest goal now is to get the team to NCAA tournament.
The NCAA
Because
tournament.
I don't think they've ever made it.
Right.
So that's my goal next year, get them there.
You'll get them there. So do you feel as if that would be a short-term goal or a long-term goal?
Short term.
Short term. You feel like you will make that happen next year.
We're gonna make it happen.
And so,
I feel like our team gonna be good next year. So.
and why? What makes you so passionate about the sport of basketball?
It's just something I've always grew up doing, and I just love doing it. Like, there's nothing else I'd rather be doing than playing basketball.
So when you were a kid, did you always see yourself playing basketball?
When I would get older, well, elementary school, I saw myself as a lot of things. So,
Like what?
like a chef.
A chef? Like the cook?
No, not really. So I don't know why that was. I don't know why that was it, but that was definitely one of them. A doctor a little bit, but I just didn't really take interest. But basketball just always stuck with me, so I was like, that's the goal. That's the route I want to take.
And if you wasn't playing basketball, where do you see yourself doing? Graduating high school?
Maybe being an athletic trainer.
Athletic trainer.
Yes.
But all right, so would you feel like you would be a Serena type of player or a Venus type of player? Serena is more so of a aggressive. Venus is more so of a technical player.
What do you mean by technical? Like?
More so technique type style player. So she don't do she stick to the rules basically. Venus is a more so I want to get it to you. Like I want you out in the first couple rounds type of player. Venus is a more so I'm gonna strategize you and I'm gonna work your weaknesses against you type of player. Not come straight. Like she's a defensive type of player, if that makes sense. Serena is an offensive type of player.
Well, I haven't played that much, but maybe.
Just off of your style, what you playing basketball and track, are you a defensive type of player or are you an offensive type of player? Do you like to give it to the opponent or do you like to work with what the opponent gives you?
So Serena, I'm an awesome offensive type of player.
You like to give it first. You don't really like to give them no chance to let up.
No chances.
I understand that. So, like, outside of sports, what are some hobbies that you like to do?
I like to hang out with my friends. I read sometimes. I only read certain books, but if it's the book I want to read, I like to read. And I just like staying at home, to be honest. I don't go out that much, so.
Growing up, what was your favorite book to read? Your favorite series of books?
Until Friday Night by Abby Glennis. It was a football
Right,
book.
like a
series.
Friday Night Light type of book. Yeah, I was more so of a Die Wimpy Kid type of dude.
Well, I read those too.
I loved that. I done read I was a Die Wimpy Kid. I used to read, what's that? The Baby. It was the Baby inside the Pampers. Captain Underpants.
Yeah.
Used to read Captain Underpants. I used to love The Magic Tree House. Little books like that. You know, fictional cartoonist books. They give you a picture while you read it type thing. How do you feel like you handle mental health through the season, your mental health throughout the season? So staying positive, dealing with adversity, dealing with overwhelming situations and experiences. How do you feel like you keep yourself uplifted throughout those moments?
Well, I listen to uplifting songs, and then I just try to picture myself at the end goal.
Right.
Like, this is where I want to go, so I try to keep my mind set on that goal so I can't, veer off into other negative things that will pull me down during the season. So, yeah, I just kept a clear head, straight ahead.
So, when it comes down to how do you handle a loss? The buzzer rings. The score is the opponent's favor. In the opponent's favor. Explain to me what's a loss to you. How do you handle your 12 hours of a loss? Your first 12 hours of a loss, a pivotal loss at that, a region loss, or your season, your career, your high school career ending loss. How was it? Just run me through the emotions that was going through your head, the feelings that you were feeling through your body.
Region loss, I was upset. I didn't cry,
Right.
but I was upset because I felt like we could have won that game, and it like knocked us off from like the region title almost. So I was very upset for like a good little minute, but there's nothing you can do about it once it's over. So you just got to keep going. Playoff loss, career ending. That was very sad because I feel like we could have went farther, and
Right.
for it to end like that, and I didn't play my best game that night, I just felt like I could have done more. So I just thought about that continuously until like a few days later. You can't go back in the past. So.
Yeah. You cry?
Do I cry?
Did you cry?
Oh yeah, I did cry
cried?
after that game. I did cry.
Was it like a KD type of cry? Was it like a Jordan type of cry?
Probably Jordan,
Ooh.
but not like boo-hoo, boo-hoo.
But
Just like
them
sitting
tears,
there,
like,
yeah.
They're sitting there watching the other team celebrate. So who?
Well, no, I did it in the locker room,
Right.
not in front of the team. That's embarrassing.
So who did y'all lose to in inside your playoffs in the playoffs?
Sumter.
Sumter. Ooh.
We drove to Sumter
So-
and lost.
I know that was a long ride back home.
Yep. Actually, it wasn't that long.
You ain't felt that long?
No, we started. I don't know why we were happy, but we were happy again.
Because there ain't nothing to be sad about. You
Yeah.
made it far, you feel me? You and your girls had a terrific run if you made it to the second round of the playoffs. So you just always gotta look at the brighter part of the brighter part of the bad situation. That's all.
Yeah.
What into committing with CSU when it comes down to, throughout your whole, and this is something that we can say for sure, but do you feel as though you're gonna stay at CSU for all 4 years of college?
Right now, I'm not sure. I might. It depends on how the years go.
Right.
You know, with the team,
Right.
how good our bonding is. You know, on the court, off the court. That all plays into perspective on whether I would stay or not. So.
Right. So if LSU throw you off, or you're not gonna, you gonna take it?
I mean, that's a big D1 right now.
That's a huge D1. That's
Yeah,
a huge D1.
so,
That's
I mean,
LSU.
yeah, that's
CSU
it.
great, but LSU is like, you feel me? That's pillar of women college basketball right now. So that's one thing for sure. So it was great to sit down with you and get an intake and an outlook on everything involving a great basketball player. I am honored to have a conversation with you and meet you personally. And with that, we will be wrapping up this episode of the Hypelete. So with that being said, thank you, Alaina, for coming out and sitting down with me.
Thank you for having me here.
I am wishing my best of luck to you and your season coming up at CSU. I hope you enjoy your graduation. Congratulations again on the long jump championship,
Thank you.
state championship yesterday, and I hope you have the rest of your good day.
Thank you.
Good rest of your day.
I hope you do too.